everyone. Welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting, another episode of the Whatever Report, where I ramble for like an hour and you guys hang out with me. And I always appreciate that. This is where we talk about comic news, what I'm reading, just random stuff, and try to have a good time on a Saturday evening. So I appreciate all of you that hang out with me for these. We had GT Key in here tailgating as always. Always appreciated. Cute kitty cat was tailgating, but is already here. Appreciate that. Sorry your emojis came through as boxes on StreamYard, so I'm not sure exactly what you sent me, but I appreciate it. Unruly, what is going on, my friend? What is happening? So yeah, we are hanging out on a Saturday night. And yeah, I got a few things to talk about tonight. I had my 2 weeks worth of comics came today, and I've already gotten through those, so we'll have reviews for those. I had a trade order come in, so I'll show those off. Been kind of a weird week. If you guys have not seen me much, last weekend, which is usually when I do most of my stuff, I was super busy. I had work stuff last weekend, and then this last week it's been kind of crazy, and I was gone, and the last 10 days or so have been I'm very off schedule. Let's put it that way. I'm very off schedule the last 10 days or so. So we are, we're working slowly to get ourselves back on schedule. Hopefully a few of you will come hang out with me this evening. A little slower tonight, but that's okay. So far getting some people in here. But yeah, we'll go through our usual stuff. I will tell you right now that I am super tired. Trying to stay awake tired. So this may be even less coherent than a normal one of these, although not sure that's possible. I'm sorry, my friend. I am sorry that you're working this weekend and Thanksgiving. Oh, that sucks. I did not have to work Thanksgiving. I did put in 2 15-hour days last weekend, but did not have to work. Yeah, did not have to work this weekend or Thanksgiving. So I will count myself lucky. But yeah, I am just, very tired. So like I said, this may be more incoherent even than normal, which I realize is a stretch. But and we'll see. We'll see how long I go. I have several things to talk about, so hopefully we'll do close to our usual amount of time. But as we're getting into this, let's see, what do we start with? Usually, what are we drinking? Well, because I'm super tired. It's boring. It's water. We're rocking the H2O tonight because, I almost made something to drink while ago, and then I was like, I probably won't go very long if I do that. So we're not doing that. So we're calling it a sugar-free A&W root beer. Nice. I haven't had a root beer in a long time. I haven't done root beer in a very long time. I used to love a root beer. I just haven't done it for a long time. What do we got coming up on the channel? So we're gonna try to get a little more back on schedule this weekend. We had to look back last week on Saturday, and we hadn't done anything since then. Till the look back went out today. We will have, obviously we're doing a whatever report right now. We're gonna have we should have Cash or Trash tomorrow. We should have D&D tomorrow night. Don't really have much this week, but next weekend should also be fairly regular. And then after Thanksgiving, we'll get back into some of the indie show stuff and maybe some other stuff, and get a little more back. Excuse me, I suddenly have hiccups. On our normal kind of schedule for doing content. We got another round we had to postpone our last Sandman, so that'll be coming up the week after Thanksgiving. And then what's the other one I have scheduled? Oh, we have our second round of Deadly Class sort of scheduled. We got to get that locked in. I need to reach out. Got it down to just a couple days, so we'll get that locked in. But yeah, so we got some stuff coming up. We're gonna get back on track a little bit here after kind of missing a week a week. Diet A&W is good. Is there such a thing as a good diet soda? I don't believe I've ever had one. Although I don't drink much soda anymore, so all soda tastes kind of bad to me now. I gave up soda a long time. I gave up caffeine a long time ago, and I could use some tonight. And yeah, all soda at this point just kind of tastes gross. It's too sugary. It's too, yeah. But that's what happens when you give that stuff up for a long time. So, all right. So those are the things we got coming up. So yeah, we're going to be continuing. We got our usual weekend stuff this weekend. We're going to be continuing at some point when we get into December our indie show reads of Sandman, Deadly Class, Black Hammer. I need to get a Usagi scheduled, and there's another one. I don't remember. I need to get something else, a couple other things started and kicked off. I think it's where we're at really on that kind of stuff. This is true. Root beer does not have caffeine, but when I gave up soda, I just kind of gave up all of that kind of stuff. Even like occasionally I'll do root beer, although I haven't done one for a very long time. Occasionally I'll do like a Sprite. I haven't done one of those in a very long time. Yeah, because the only thing I do cheat. My cheat is iced tea. I love iced tea. There you go. I was never a huge Dr. Pepper guy, even when I drink soda. It was not. And a lot of people love it. I was never a big one. So yeah, we're talking about soda so far tonight. So there you go. All right. So stuff had come in. Well, let's talk about it. We'll go to we'll do the trades first because I'm gonna do my review. So let's get our little banner up here. Whatever we picked up this week. So I actually ordered these. This is Inside Trades. I think I ordered these around the first of the month. Yeah, it was right at the first of the month. They had one of my trades ended up being on back order, so I didn't get it. They sent me everything else I ordered. I ordered Usagi Book 3. You're gonna be like, did you guys talk about that already? We did. At the time, this was out of stock. Nobody had it. You couldn't get a hard copy. So I read it digitally for the Usagi show where we discussed this one. But it's the only one of those original 7 volumes, the Fantagraphic stuff before it goes to Dark Horse, that I didn't have. So now that it was back in stock, I went on and grabbed one just to have those full first 7, all in the same format, all in the same style. All about the Mountain Dew. God, Mountain Dew was a big, I don't know what it is nowadays. When I was a kid, it was Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew. Like, yeah. Freaking my friends were Mountain Dew addicts. I was never a huge soda guy, even when I was a kid. I was more of even then I was more of I would drink Sprite probably as much as anything. I did drink a lot of Pepsi, but I drank some Mountain Dew, but it was never not like it was for my friends. But Mountain Dew was huge back then. Mountain Dew is extra heavy, yeah. First order, Inside Trades order was Savage Sword of Conan, Conan the Barbarian Omni, and Conan the King Omni 1. Nice, very good, very good. Lady F is here, which means the party is ready to start. What is going on, Lady Fantastic? I am glad to have you here. You've missed very little, other than I'm super tired, so I'm probably during this whole show. But I'm glad you're here. That'll liven things up a little bit. Let's get crunk. There you go. Other trades. I'll have to see if my crew still wants to go back and revisit this, but we'll try to get this scheduled at least with somebody, maybe. And that is Something Is Killing the Children. Volume 5 is out, so I did grab that. I have not read. Obviously, I'm reading this via trade, so I have not read any of this. I feel like maybe the shine has come off the series a little bit, that people don't seem to be talking about it like they were. I really enjoyed the first 4 volumes, but we will see. I know this one takes a little different tone. She's finally on a new adventure. Something is draining my finances. Yeah, it's called comic books. It's draining mine too, and mine was very shallow to begin with. So didn't have much to drain, but it gets drained, but that's okay. So I did grab that. I grabbed the first 2 trades of a series that my friends John Comics with Kids and White Whale Comics talked about a ton over the last year or so on their new comic book day stuff. And that is A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. I've heard mixed reviews. I think they both really liked it. I've heard some other people that didn't get into it as much. But I got the 2 trades for this. I think this is the complete thing. I could be wrong. Somebody can correct me if I'm not, but I think the whole story is right here. I was intrigued enough by hearing them talk about it that I decided to grab the trades, and we will do that for an indie show at some point. Unruly still loves. I assume you're talking about this. Like, I don't know. I just don't hear people talk about it as much anymore. It might just be that it's settled into this ongoing thing, and it's just not the new hot thing at the moment. So that could be. You and your pretty zoos variant side. Yes. But I am looking forward to reading this. So that'll be on an upcoming indie show. I'll have to get a crew for that. If people want to try it. And then I had a trade that didn't come that was back ordered, which was the last of the Sandman that I needed to get through that, which was not the main original series, but I was also going to do, they have a Death Deluxe edition that's like, has like the, what is the name of that death story, along with a couple other stories related to her, High Cost of Living and stuff in it that I was going to do is kind of the finale of our Sandman series for the indie show, but I'll have to get it another way since that crate didn't have it. Went on a bit of an original art bender for Mousgar. Got the following comic page. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I've spent all my money. If you've been watching, like that Star Wars page and then those 2 Nightwing pages, that's where all my fall spending. That's why I haven't added anything to my main like comic collection this fall. For sure. Original inks. Nice. I'm still so mad at myself. I waited. So I got the pencils for that Star Wars page from Ario Anadetto. And Kavi sent me the thing. He's like, hey, this is the guy that did the inks. You can try to get I got both the pencils and the inks for my Star Wars pages in my CC because he was there. And I'm like, oh, I'll reach out. And I waited a couple of weeks to reach out because I was trying to wait till the 1st of November where I'd have a little more funds. It'd be a little easier for me to do it. Reached out to the guy and he sold the page at Baltimore, and I'm the inks for my pencil page at Baltimore. Crap. So save me some money, but I would have loved that. So the cat is not happy with me. I've been gone. So I'm back today, and she is not happy that I just shut her out because I had to kick the dog out because she was barking, and now she's at the door crying. So I may let her in here in a second. Let's just do that. She can come in without Percy coming in. Come on. Which is not really fair to the dog because he gets kicked out, but he keeps barking when I talk. So the kitty is in here now, so she'll be happier. She will probably be in the camera here in just a second. And then the last of the trades I did pick up is World of Black Hammer, Volume 4, the library edition that just came out like late October. It has Skulldigger and Skeleton Boy and Unbelievable Unteens. I'm right here. Get up here. Stop crying. So 2 more rounds of Black Hammer for us to discuss with myself, John, No Good Comics, and Read Your Comics, Daryl. So yeah. So those are the trades that I picked up. So not a huge trade order this time. We got the Black Hammer. We got the 2 Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. Something is Killing the Children, and then picking up just that Usagi trade that I was missing. Yes, let the baby floof in, and there she comes. Yes, there's. I don't know about a baby. She's an old lady, aren't you? I'm an old lady, but say when she's a sweet kitty. Yeah. Yes, those library editions are fantastic. I will say they're huge. They're super tall. I wish they were maybe not quite more of a stand. I like the standard deluxe edition height. I think more than the library edition, just because it's hard to have a shelf that tall. But they are fantastic books and high quality. Um, yes. Oh, she's sitting here purring. You might hear because she's and I was gone the last couple of days. So I just got home today. So she has been, yeah, she has been missing me. Poor little girl. Poor little girl. You know, like, give me attention, Dad. Now the dog was with me, so he has no excuse for being. He was getting attention. Yeah, he went with me, but you didn't. You stayed home. I know. All right. Let's see. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, she will be like. Oh, when I go in to go to bed tonight, she's gonna be like all over me. Like, yeah, aren't you? She's like, yes, I will be in your face wanting attention while you're trying to sleep. I will not let you sleep because I will want attention. All right, so those were the trades that had come in. Those came in actually today, and then I got my every other week order from Midtown also came today. So it was nice that it didn't come yesterday; it came today. So I was here when it came. And I have read all of these, so we're gonna just like go through these. I actually spent my afternoon reading. The one I didn't read, but I've read previously is closest. I did get the facsimile for Detective 38, First Robin. Closest I will ever get to owning this in real life is the facsimile, but that's okay. It was definitely one of the facsimiles I had to have in my collection. I'm gonna put these down here, and yeah, so that I did grab. So that's not one I did not read that one today, but I've read that previously. What are you doing? Okay, I'm going to here. You want on my lap? You know, I'm on your computers. You don't need to be on my computer. Where are you going? Going under the behind the computer? Say no. I'm just gonna. Okay. Next, we'll do the two Spider-Man books. So Dan Slott is back on Spider-Man. Instead of ASM, he's doing Spider-Man. This is issue 2 of Into the Spider-Verse. I don't know. Like, I've enjoyed some of the Spider-Verse stuff in the past. This one hasn't really grabbed me very much. This whole wasp person and everybody's a wasp and Peter's the chosen one again. And I don't know. We'll see where it goes. It's not terrible. It's not, but it hasn't really grabbed me yet at this point, I guess. I guess mainly because the new, like, a lot of this is reliant on new spider characters they've introduced. So it's like right now it's like Peter, Miles, Silk, and a bunch of new ones. And Morlun, who's a villain who's helping them. I don't know. And most of these new ones haven't really grabbed me. I don't know. I'm not, these new characters they introduced this time, none of them really interest me all that much. So I don't. But it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. It hasn't really grabbed me yet. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. Where's the other spider book? ASM. I'm not sure why I'm still reading those. I keep saying this, but yet I keep buying it. I have no one to blame at this point but me. That's really where I'm at. This Hobgoblin storyline. I don't know. That's how I feel about the whole book. It's Pete. I want to read and enjoy stories about Pete. And yet, strangely, I have mostly been just disappointed lately with everything about Pete. Let's get other disappointment out of the way. Maybe my favorite of the Sozumaki covers that haven't, since he went to doing the B, and it is not uh the 1 in 25s. I think all the 1 in 25s are better than any of the ones she's done since she's been the B cover person, but whatever. But this one of her and Punchline, I do like, except she doesn't actually appear in the book. They talk about her, but she doesn't appear. And I will be honest, reading this book is such a strange experience. Like the individual issues and Selena's voice, I enjoy. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know if people are liking it. I am not liking. I am not liking Zeb Wells on Spider-Man at all. I've not enjoyed it at all. Like he's constantly like he would have lost. He would have died. Like this is like the third time in this run in this issue where if Norman hadn't saved him, he would have died. Which is just like what. So yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is just bleh. What we got? We got Dude Jiren? Dude Jiren, what's up? Welcome, welcome. So Catwoman. I know there's some people that like Teenie Howard. I know there's some people that despise Teenie Howard. I'm beginning to be into despise Teenie Howard. Like, I enjoy some of the things that are going on in this book, but from issue to issue, it is incoherent. Like, there was a chase scene going on that Selena was literally in Europe when it started back in Gotham with her friend, and the only way to save him was the thing. And then suddenly she's there. And then in the middle of this whole thing, suddenly she's interacting with a different character and Punchline's there. It jumps around. There's the through line is not great. It jumps all over the place. Like, I think she does a decent job with Selena's voice, and I don't particularly like this Valmont character at all. Like, I haven't figured out the purpose that he serves. I guess we shouldn't be on whatever we picked up. We should be on where we're reading. And then like the whole thing with her friend, the other gang, the female gang, the Japanese gangster that she was in a relationship before, like that they've been like at one point they're at each other's throats, and the next they're friends. One issue, and she has no conversations about how it's going. And then in this issue, suddenly she's also dressed as Catwoman because she's been subbing for her, and she's like, "Oh, we have this understanding. She subs for me when I'm out of town." And it's like, wait, what? Kiko or whatever her name is, and it's like they were just at each other's throats like 2 issues ago, and you hadn't had the interactions, and now she subs for her. I'm ready for a new writer. Let's just be honest. I'm like, we had Joel Jones, we had Ram V, and even though Ram V's was a little inconsistent as well, they were so much better than what we're getting from Teenie Howard at this point. It's just frustrating. I have been. I really like. I've been trying. I don't know, like, and it's pre-ordered now because I pre-ordered because I've already pre-ordered through January, so it's ordered through January. But I don't know. I've got this whole run. I hate to just end it, but yeah, something's gonna have to change, or it might end for me because Frizz's not on the covers anymore. Suzumaki's not on the covers anymore. Like coming up soon. Joel Jones is not on the covers anymore because he's off the book. Although they got Nakayama coming on, but I don't know. It's going to have to improve. Or well, like I've already ordered it through January. We'll see. We will see. Hey, Kitty, you back up here. Mm-hmm. What happened to the slabs? Honestly, I was gone for a few days, so I usually put them away, and like the bigger ones I lock up when I'm gone. I have a safe downstairs. I have a gun safe that I has more comics in it than guns. Um, so that I lock them up when I'm gone. And I got back today and I just didn't take any. I didn't take any books out to put on the background. So it was just me being lazy. Let's be real. Next, we got both the A and B cover for High Republic #2. Do love this cover. Very cool. My thoughts on High Republic. So part of the problem is I have not had a chance to read any of the books yet. I have not started Path of Deceit. I have not started either of the 2 books that are out. The Convergence book, which is like technically supposed to be the kickoff, hasn't come out yet. Also, the one-shot comic that was supposed to be the kickoff hasn't come out yet. Both got delayed. So my understanding of where we're at and what's going on is a little off here because in these 2 comics. But this guy, Vermac, Mock, or Vert, no, I can't remember his name. I do not find this Jedi back here, who's kind of the main Jedi, not super interesting so far. I can't even remember his name. And this Mathena. Now she's a Padawan. She's not his Padawan. She's pretty interesting. This guy seems intriguing, but overall, I don't know. It has not hooked me yet. Maybe I need to read the books to get like a feel for where we're at and what's going on at this point in the universe, because you're just kind of dropped into the story. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure where this is going or where it's coming from at this point. So I may have to go back and read these after I read the books. I just need to get started on the books, I think, is probably the problem. But these are just so I'm not sure what I feel about it yet. I'll be honest. I'm not sure what I feel about it. Yeah. So yeah, normally once I'm home, I'll pull some out and do a background, but I didn't get it done today. Books I'm enjoying. I continue to enjoy the heck out of Batgirls, mostly for the Babs, Steph, Cass interactions, which are fantastic and are fantastic in this one again. I will say this is probably my most disappointing issue of this series so far. And not for them. Their interactions are just as good as always. Now the cat's over by the door like, let me out. What the heck? I don't want to be with you. After I had to let her in earlier, she's over by the door like, I'm trapped. I'm abused. So I might have to let her out in a minute. We'll see. Their interactions continue to be well done. They continue to be fun. But this whole thing, like from the beginning of the series, we're in issue 12. They've had this underlying storyline with this serial killer in the background. They bring that all to a head, but like via the Riddler, but they throw in like the Riddler and Killer Moth, and it doesn't make a lot of sense why the Riddler's involved. And it's almost like the way they wrote the killer was like, oh, well, they're not going to be able to figure it out, so we're going to put the Riddler in so that they can use that to figure out who the actual guy is. And I don't know. It was just... And then the Riddler, like, he was completely a plot device that was like, wait, what? Because they made you believe... I don't know. This issue was off a little bit for me. It just was. We'll be starting a new storyline after this one because obviously they wrapped them up. But yeah, it was just off. The connectivity to why the Riddler was involved and why Killer Moth has been involved the last couple of issues didn't make any sense. Book still survives, still enjoy it just because of Steph, Cass, and Babs, like in their interactions and their conversations. But yeah, the actual villain and thing did not work. It did not. The payoff was not great. It did not work. Oh, is that the One Bad Day? I didn't pick up any of the One Bad Day stuff. I just skipped it all. Um, I've heard the Mr. Freeze stuff is good. Like that one's actually a pretty good one, but I've skipped all of those. Um, and yeah, I just have. Because the other one I need to read that I've heard a lot of good things about that I skipped was World's Finest. Are you gonna pace back and forth by the door? Like, let me out. The cat is like, let me out. All right, hang on. Let me you can go. You want out? There you go. She wanted in, she wants out, you know. She's a cat. It's World's Finest. I That one seems like a really fun book that I have not been reading. I may have to pick up the trades or something, or read it digitally or something. Um, Next, last book I had that came in this week, for the 2 weeks was of course Nightwing. This is completely filler side story. This whole Night Might thing. It was fun. Was it great? Was it bad? It was. I like the tone of it. Uh, the stuff at the beginning where he's with him and Barbara and Nightwing are kind of silly. Always love a good Raven appearance. She shows up toward the end, but I feel like the whole thing was really about giving Bitewing powers. It was really about Tom Taylor getting to write a story where the dog, where Haley, Bitewing, got to be a superhero for part of the story. And yay, we got nasty uh spam. So I feel like that's what the whole thing was about. Like the whole point of this really was. I mean, we introduced Nightmite, who's his version of Batmite, but I mean it was fun. It was complete fluff. We did get introduced to Blockbuster's daughter, which we'll see where that goes. Interesting. I didn't even know he had a daughter, so this might be her first appearance. Um, but yeah, I mean, obviously, first appearance of Nightmite, but it was enjoyable, but it was fluff. But that's it. Those are the books I had this week. So what did I have? Nightwing, Batgirls, um, two covers of Star Wars High Republic #2. I got both covers. In this case, I think I dropped after two. I think I dropped down to just one cover. The Sozumaki cover for Catwoman 49, which now after I seen it, I saw that there was a Ballant cover for 49 that I missed. But I would have it's a throwback 90s covers. I didn't even pay attention. I missed that they were doing that, so I didn't get any of those. So I missed the Jim Ballant one. So I might have to track that down just because. ASM continues to be Spider-Man #2, this Edge of the Spider-Verse story, which so far, I don't know, hasn't hooked me. And then End of the Spider-Verse, I should say, story. And then I got the facsimile for Detective 38, first Robin. So yeah, that's it. Those are the books I had come in. All right, we are 34 minutes in. Let's talk about what are we watching. So you guys want to hear my thoughts on the last couple episodes of Andor? I haven't talked since we had 10 or 11, or you want Black Panther first? I have not seen Black Adam yet still. I did get to see Black Panther this week. My guess is everybody's going to say Black Panther, but I'll give you guys your thoughts. If you want my thoughts on Andor first or Black Panther first. And oh, I still think it's the best like animated superhero show. I know a lot of people are like huge fans of the 90s X-Men show. For me, I was all about Batman. I enjoyed the Spider-Man show. I enjoyed the X-Men show, but Batman the animated series to me is still the GOAT. I just aggressively liked it. And I don't know. I cannot get into. I don't like Zeb Wells' voice for Peter at all. The Ramita art is killing me. I don't like this whole where Norman. I just can't get into it at all. Um, yeah, and some of it I haven't watched for years. I need to go back. I got all the. I mean, I have where I can watch it. I just need to go back and watch it. So, um, but nobody's talking, so we're gonna start with Andor then before we do Black Panther. We're gonna start with Andor. So I'm caught up. I watched episode 11 just now today. But 10 and 11. Uh the show continues to build momentum. Yeah. Like the first two episodes of Andor, I was just like, this is so slow. And it has been very slow at times. But it is building momentum. It is building this basis for how the rebellion is formed, how this guy got involved. Um, I'm looking forward to the season finale a ton. I was a big fan of Rogue One. Um, and like I was looking forward to the show. It has been fantastic. This new Stellan Skarsgård, is that his name? Is that the right actor, or am I getting him confused? Luthian. This new character is tremendous. Just tremendous. I'll be honest, like the Cassian stuff, some of that's been less interesting than Luthian and Mon Mothma, even though there's been no real action there until this time with and yeah, but the show has continued to build momentum for me. I've enjoyed the heck out of it. Looking forward to the finale. Um, the only thing that doesn't work for me is this whole. We continue to follow this guy that was like the guy trying to catch him, like that's like obsessed now, and I don't know if it's the actor. I don't know if it's just the part. That character does not work for me at all. And I'm not sure what he's contributing to the story at this point. I feel like he's probably going to come in and like f it up and be the reason that his effort to get revenge is going to be basically what allows Cassian to get away, like here at the end. But I don't know. I don't know what he's contributed to the story. That's the one character in the whole show that just doesn't seem to work for me. And maybe they'll pay it off with something in the finale. Oh, very nice. That is cool. Congratulations. That's cool. Um, but otherwise, everything else for me has worked. And then the whole action sequence in episode 11 with his Luthien's escape, and yeah, like all of that was tremendous. The show has been so good. But I will say, do not go on a mission with Cassian. Good things do not. I feel like everybody that goes on a mission with Cassian is a red shirt. Like, not go on a mission with this guy. But anyway, so that mild, strong spoilers. But do not try to help him with anything because bad things happen to you if you try to help this guy. Yeah, probably. So, but yeah, I've enjoyed the heck out of it. All right, Black Panther. My thoughts on Black Panther. I thought it was really well done. It's too long. Like I feel like it moves pretty well, but good golly, is it long? Yeah, working with them get you whacked is right. Um, I thought Angela Bassett um was freaking fantastic. I'm a huge the actress that plays Okoye. I love. She is tremendous. Uh, I thought Letitia Wright playing Shuri's grief was. I thought she did a really good job. Her anger, her grief, her struggle with losing her brother. I thought all of that paid off really well. I thought Namor was tremendous. I thought they handled Namor really well. He's a bad guy, but he's not like a villain. I mean, he's trying to protect his people, and he does, which is very comic accurate, is he does extreme things for his people that others judge him on. Heroes necessarily judge him on, but he's doing what he thinks is right. Um, I don't. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I feel like it was more deserving with the action. It was more deserving. This was a little the pacing was a little slow. Oh, I thought his role in Civil War was better. I think I actually prefer the first Black Panther to Civil War. I have some issues with Civil War, but they're quibbles. But anyway, uh, and I think I like the first Black Panther, and I think I like Civil War both better than this movie. But this is one of the better ones we've had for a while. I think. I enjoy it. I enjoyed the heck out of it. The ending was a little. The action sequence at the end didn't really make much sense. Why on earth? Like they go to their like Shuri's choices there doesn't make a lot of sense. Um, but I thought the payoff was well. I love that he's sort of playing the long game that you get at the end. Um, but yeah, I thought it was well done. It was really well done story about grief and her dealing with it. I thought it was a little too long. Um, I thought the performances were really good. Um, I thought Namor is an excellent addition to the MCU. Um, I'll be curious to see where they go with some of this stuff. Um, I didn't necessarily understand why Martin Freeman and Julia Louis Dreyfus's characters were in it at all, other than I guess to set up stuff for Thunderbolts. But yeah, I'm not sure what they contributed. Really. I forget what his name, Agent, whatever. I forget what his name is, but overall, I enjoyed the heck out of it. Probably like 8ish, I think 8, yeah, 8.85 maybe. Um, really good. I mean, it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Some of the moments, some of the emotion hit really well. They did a really fantastic job with. Um, but it definitely wasn't perfect in any way, shape, or form. So those are my thoughts on Black Panther. Trying to keep it mostly spoiler free. Um, I think I did a good job of that. Maybe not. I don't know. So all right. Yeah. So what else we got? What are we up to? We picked up. What are we reading? What are we drinking? What are we watching? Whatever you guys want to talk about. Any other thoughts? Anything else you guys want to touch on before we get out of here? Things that are going on. I don't know that I have anything. I'll be honest. Tonight that else I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I haven't gotten to Black Adam yet. There's been some other stuff I wanted to start. I haven't started. show wise. Yeah. So I don't really have anything. I don't. We will do Cast or Trash tomorrow. Give you guys a second to like make some comments. If you guys have something you want to touch on. Um, should be playing D&D. Maybe we'll do something else this week, or maybe we'll just wait till um cute kitty cat is apparently I really am coming across as tired. I don't even know. I mean, it's been a long week, but I went to bed early last night. I slept pretty well. I didn't do a ton today, but man, I'm still just kind of like worn down, I guess. I just have gotten worn down. I sound probably like crap. I got a little, you know, congestion going on. Not too bad, but a little bit. So I probably sound like crap. I probably look like crap. I got bags under my eyes. I don't know. I'm just super tired. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. I hope you get a chance to eat a lot of food and hang out with the relatives that don't drive you too crazy. If that's what you do. Whatever your tradition is. Hopefully, the crazy uncle or whatever doesn't, bring up politics or something at the dinner table, and you can have an enjoyable family discussion or visit with family over your Thanksgiving. Wait, I just realized I'm the crazy uncle at my Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have to up my crazy uncle game because I'm not really, I'm pretty straightforward. So I don't think I'm that crazy. Maybe I am. Maybe I just don't realize it. Because the crazy uncle probably doesn't usually realize that they're crazy. They're the crazy uncle, but crap. So see you, GT key. Regular race. There you go. Well, I just saw my folks this week, so I get to see them fairly often. I see my sister, fairly often, several times a year. But yeah, we'll be together for Thanksgiving. So looking forward to that. With that, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I always appreciate it. I'm gonna give John a hard time because he's not here. And he claims this is his favorite show that I do, and no John tonight, so he's gonna get a hard time. I don't know when we're doing our next category. It's probably going to be after the first of the year. I think that's where he's at. But yeah, we'll be back with categories sometime. Hopefully, not too distant in the future. But I get it. He does all the scheduling. I just come of getting people on. So yeah, I'm not going to complain too much. But hopefully, we'll have one of those before too long. And with that, I am going to get out of here. And once again, thanks to you guys, and have a happy Thanksgiving. And we will catch you next time. Later, everyone.